following is a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel.
Hello, I'm Harold Weinbrecht, Mayor of Cary, and this is Cary Matters, the monthly program designed to help keep you informed about issues that your council members are working on for our community. Joining me as co-host this month is Don Frantz, who is our representative for District B. District B is mostly downtown, inside the Maynard Loop, and along Evans Road East. Don has been a great servant for the town of Cary since 2007. And Don, we thank you for your many years of service, and we thank you for being on this month's episode.
Oh, thanks for the kind words, and thanks for having me. I always enjoy doing the show.
Great. Well, warm weather's here, and a lot of people, including myself, are spending more time outdoors. And one of the best places to be outdoors is in one of Cary's parks or park-related activities. So I thought it would be a good use of this episode to point out some of the great opportunities in our park systems. And you are the council liaison to the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Resources Advisory Board. So what do you think?
It sounds good to me. And maybe then we can give everyone an update on what's going on downtown, which happens to be another great place to spend more time and which will eventually include a new park as well.
Yay. Can't wait for the new park. Okay, sounds like a plan. The mission of the town staff associated with Cary's park system is to serve, educate, and enhance life for the citizens of Cary. These professionals plan and provide a variety of enjoyable and cost-effective recreation, sports, environmental, historical, and cultural arts programs, events, and services. In addition, they play a role in acquiring, developing, beautifying, conserving, and maintaining the system of parks, greenways, and recreation facilities to assure quality leisure opportunity for all of us here in Cary. To put it simply, Cary's award-winning park system has pretty much something for everyone. The town's more than 2,500 acres of open space and parkland include 75 miles of greenways, 36 parks, and 13 staff facilities. We have 3 community centers, a senior center, a nature center, 2 art centers, a movie theater, a large amphitheater, and 4 sports venues. The Cary Park system is divided into 4 main operational areas: administrative, community recreation, cultural resources, and sports venues. All are crucial to the park's success. The park's administrative arm is responsible for creating over 45,000 program guides and 30,000 brochures. They market dozens of events from July 4th to the NCAA Division I College Cup to Lazy Days. They annually manage over 1,900 volunteers who give over 40,000 hours of service, provide assistance to over 15 citizen advisory boards, manage over 300 contracts, and make sure we are nationally accredited.
And that's all the behind-the-scenes stuff. The recreational arm of the park system is what most of us actually see and are involved in. And recreation means not only ball fields and outdoor activities, but community centers and indoor activities as well. Cary has 3 community centers located at Bond Park, Town Hall Campus, and Middle Creek High School. These centers host approximately 400,000 visitors each year with classes and activities that generate over 30,000 participants. There's over 19,000 hours of programming for fitness, dance, culinary, wellness, track out, traditional camp, STEM, and teen activities. And these are all activities within the centers, indoors. If you want to be involved in outdoor activities, you got to try Bond Park. It is the largest of Cary's 36 parks and holds a ton of annual events like the Independence Day, Old Time Celebration, Winter Wonderland, the Kite Festival, Dog Days, and the annual Easter egg hunt. The lake operations at Bond Park include pedal boats, kayaks, canoe sailboats, john boats, and fishing. There is even a ropes course at Bond Park. And of course, there are several ball fields at Bond Park and other Cary parks like Thomas Brooks Park and Middle Creek Park that are used by our sports leagues. Together, our fields and community centers host over 165 softball, basketball, and volleyball adult teams and 4,800 youth participants annually. And speaking of youth, Cary's Teen Council, which is made up of over 800 teenagers, hosts a variety of events for the community, including breakfast with the bunny, the dog wash, and even Santa's workshop.
Wow. I didn't know all that was going on. Breakfast with the bunny. I don't know what that is.
A lot of stuff.
You know, Cary is also big in the cultural arts. The Cary Arts Center, with its 395-seat auditorium, 3 multi-purpose rooms, and 7 classrooms, offer numerous opportunities, including woodworking, textiles, ceramics, clay, glass, jewelry, and even more. In addition, there are performance opportunities with Cary's youth theater called Applause and the Marvelous Music Series. The Page Walker Arts and Historic Center is the home of the Walter Hines Page Library, the Cary Heritage Museum, and the Page Educational Garden, including an extensive collection of live local herbs. Their educational programs offer genealogy, local history, and heritage summer camp programs that include the popular Bluegrass Camp. The Page Walker also includes a variety of literary programs such as the African American Literary Tea, Sisters in Crime Writers and Workshops, and the Nizam Hikmet Poetry Festival. Boy, that one's a hard one to say. The 180-seat Cary Theater, only 1 year old, offers independent movies, music and live performances, and there are 69 art exhibits hosted by these centers. But there are also a lot of cultural arts right outside the centers, right, Don?
Absolutely. In downtown alone, we have 12 concerts, 3 street dances, and 9 special events. Some of these include the Chatham Street Chowdown, the Jewish Cultural Festival, Downtown Urban Open Disc Golf Tournament, National Train Day, the Starlight Concert Series, and the Town Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony. And of course, we can't forget Lazy Days. Last year, the Lazy Days Arts and Crafts Festival featured 385 artists from 23 different states with attendance that topped 60,000 people. You know, when I think of outdoor entertainment in Cary, I immediately think of Booth Amphitheater, which is celebrating its 15th season this year.
Hard to believe it's been around that long.
Fabulous. In addition to being the summer home for the North Carolina Symphony, it is the location for top national and international acts every year, to include Darius Rucker, Little Big Town, and Alan Jackson, some of my favorite. It also generates over $2 million in tax revenue and has an estimated economic impact of over $68 million over the last 14 years.
Wow. When you talk about entertainment, recreation, tax revenue, and economic impact, I think about our 3 major sports venues. The Cary Tennis Park, the USA Baseball National Training Complex, and the Wake Med Soccer Parks. These venues have hosted 52 championships, including NCAA Division I, II, and III, and the ACC. The total economic impact through 2014 has been over $82 million, with an estimated attendance of 5 million people.
Wow. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on with our parks, and believe it or not, we have barely scratched the surface.
That's right.
If we covered it all, this episode would probably last about a couple hours.
At least.
And that probably wouldn't make the Public Information Office or the Budget Office very happy. So.
You got that right. But what we can do is point you to the website, which is townofcary.org. Under Departments, select Parks, Recreation, Cultural Resources, and you'll find a plethora of information. Okay, well, we're going to take a short break, and afterwards we'll talk about what's going on in downtown.
Sounds good to me.
Cary's Booth Amphitheater offers laid-back, friendly entertainment nestled amongst the hardwoods. America's best performers in a perfect setting. Enjoy cool shade from the pines or your own sunny spot on the grass. Easy to get to, Cary's Booth Amphitheater offers something for everyone under a canopy of stars. For festival, concert, and movie night information, visit boothamphitheater.com. The stage is set. Let us show you to your seats. Cary's Booth Amphitheater. Entertainment naturally.
Thanks for staying with us. We're being asked all the time about our vision for downtown and when changes are going to happen. Most people don't know this, but we do have a vision for downtown. That vision states that there will be an emphasis on office, residential, retail, entertainment, and civic development. And that downtown will be supported by multimodal transportation hubs serving pedestrians, bicyclists, bus, transit, trains, and motorists. But most importantly, that downtown will be a community gathering place for surrounding neighborhoods, all of Cary and the Triangle region. We've already seen some of the changes in downtown and more are coming. So, Don, why don't you give us an update on what's going on, let's say, on Academy Street, and then I'll take a shot at what's going on Chatham Street.
Sounds good to me. Well, if you've been on Academy Street lately, you know that we're beginning to tear it up. And there are two good reasons for that. One is the infrastructure is over half a century old and needs replacing. The other is that we want to make it more inviting and pedestrian friendly, which goes back to our vision statement. The Maiden Inn on Academy is coming along fabulously, and the latest estimates have it opening before the end of the year. Bell, the restaurant located in the historic Jones House, is also doing very well. And across the street from Bell and catty corner to the Arts Center is the location for the future downtown park.
Yay.
Yes. Unfortunately, we learned last month that that project's construction bids were over the consultant's estimate, so we've directed town staff to rebid that project. This means that construction won't likely begin until summer or maybe even early fall, but and then adjacent to the park along Walnut Street is the future site of the new downtown Cary Library, which is currently being designed. Once built, that library will be about twice the size of the current facility. So there is a lot of things definitely happening on Academy Street.
There is a lot. And there's also things going on Chatham Street too, and they're seeing changes as well. The renovated Cary Theater celebrated its first year. If you have lived in Cary a long time, you might remember Mitchell's Pharmacy right beside the theater. I remember it from when I was a child. That's been renovated to be the new pharmacy bottle and beverage. A few doors down from that is the new Crosstown Pub. I've eaten there, that's good. And the new development at Walker Street and Chatham Street will renovate existing buildings and create a new 25,000 square foot office building. And behind that building, they just announced a new brewery, Bond Brother Brewery's beer company. And the town is looking at creating something additional, parking. We need the parking. So Chatham Street is also filled with activity.
And there is even more in the works that we can't really talk about yet, although we wish we could.
I wish we'd have to shoot you if we did. Well, coming up after the break, we'll give you some insights into what's coming up at Town Hall in June and how you can be involved.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks. Giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
We're back, and in this final segment of Cary Matters, we want to talk about some of the other things happening in June and how you can be involved. Don, what kind of council meetings do we have for this month?
Oh, we have several meetings this month with a few changes to our normal meeting schedule. Our meeting designated for quasi-judicial hearings is set for Tuesday, June 9th. We have two regularly scheduled council meetings set for Thursday, June 11th and Thursday, June 25th. We also have two work sessions scheduled to work on the town budget. Those are scheduled for Thursday, June 11th and Tuesday, June 16th. What else is going on in June, Mayor?
Fun stuff in addition to council meetings. Actually, there's a lot to do and see during this month. If you like sports, we have the Railhawks playing at Wake Soccer Stadium, and they're doing that on the 13th, the 16th, and the 30th. The USA Baseball Complex will host the Tournament of the Stars, Baseball Futures, and the USA versus Taipei. That ought to be fun. And the Olympic Trials for Rugby. That's going to be cool.
That's cool.
Will be on the 15th at Wake Soccer Park. So there's a lot of sports going on, but if sports is not your thing, we have the North Carolina Symphony at the Booth Amphitheater every weekend in the month. The Sertoma Summer Series in Bond Park, Movies by Moonlight at Booth Amphitheater, and several national and international acts at the theater. So make sure you check out the calendar of events at www.townofcary.org.
Well, that's it for this edition of Cary Matters. We appreciate your watching and hope that what we've shared has been of interest to you. Please let us hear from you, as your time is important and we want this show to be of value to you as we work to bring you, our citizens, closer to your government.
That's right, and remember, help keep Cary litter-free, clean, green, and beautiful by volunteering with our Spruce program. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for choosing to call Cary home.
This has been a production of Cary TV. Visit the Town of Cary's website at townofcary.org.